I thought both teams played a good game. They played hard. They found ways to get to the paint. They found ways to get second opportunities. Noah had 7 offensive rebounds, which affected the game. They were good pushing the ball in transition and getting second opportunities in transition. And and our guys just kept battling until we were able to find a way to get the lead. I thought that throughout the course of the game, they played different lineups and we played different lineups. And one of the things that I've been stressing all along this year, especially as the year is going along, is we have a lot of different players that can step up and contribute. And it's no different during the postseason. A guy like Delonte plays 22 minutes in the last game and doesn't get a lot of touches nor is involved too much on both ends of the floor. And tonight there was a stretch, we had a little stretch where they had the lead and it was going back and forth, and then we were searching for places and spots to score, and he hit some big baskets for us. He played some great defense for us. And then a guy like Jamario, I don't know, maybe he plays 5 minutes in the last game, and he plays 19, 20-something minutes tonight. And yes, he hit 4 threes, and the threes he hit were obviously a result of good ball movement. He stayed and he waited, and when they went to double or they made a mistake on Bron did a terrific job of getting that ball out. And Jamario was ready to catch and shoot. But not only did he make shots, he had a couple of big blocks for us, and he had some nice rebounds. So he contributed in a lot of different ways tonight, which was good to see. But obviously, LeBron did what he does. And the fun, exciting thing about it was, in the playoffs, everybody knows what play is coming. And a lot of times it's about, can you stop the players on the other team? We didn't do anything tricky. We just came down and threw him the ball, and he made plays in crunch minutes. Whether he made shots to the rim or jump shots, or he got the ball out of a double team and found his teammate on the perimeter for a great look. He made plays when it counted. And having a guy like that on your side makes everybody's job easier. So he had a whale of a game tonight.
Coach, to your right, was there any, down to your right, I'm sorry.
Down to my right. Okay.
Was there anything more to Shaq not playing in the fourth quarter aside from just the feel of the game and that unit that was out there doing very well to turn the game around to actually getting up to a 10-point lead?
Yeah, I was going to go back to him. I was going to go back to Antoine. And I mean, as you can see, I put Antoine to the scores table and pulled him back. And the group that was on the floor, they were doing a terrific job out there. I felt a little bit of confidence, swagger, momentum from that group. And that's part of the reason why I left Shaq and pulled Antoine back from the scorers table. I said it earlier when I first came out here. I said it all year. I said it to our guys. Hey, everybody's got to stay ready, because at any given time, somebody's number can be called, and they may contribute significant minutes to us. And we just got to keep supporting one another like we have all year, and that's what the guys did.
Mike, back left. You shot 56% from the field, 50 from 3, and 91 from the free throw line. Yet it was a struggle to pull this one out. What did Chicago do differently tonight, either execution-wise, or was it intensity? Why was this one a little bit more of a struggle, even though those numbers are pretty impressive?
The biggest thing is they got extra possessions. You got to give Noah credit. He had 7 offensive rebounds tonight. I don't think he had any in the last game, but they had 22 more shot attempts than we did, and it's not like we had 40-something free throws to their 15 free throws. Free throws were fairly even. The personal fouls were obviously even, but when it comes to playoff time, the possession game is a big thing. And tonight, you know, we got to go back and watch the tape, but they won the possession game, obviously, getting 93 shots to our 71. They got to the paint quite a bit, whether it be pick and roll or transition, or like I said, second opportunity. So we have to clean that up the next game, and we'll go back and take a look at the tape to see how we can do that. But you got to give Chicago credit for the way they played tonight.
Mike, to your right. Did you notice a difference in the physicality tonight with Chicago?
No, you know, I thought, you know, to me, every playoff game is going to be physical. I don't think it was any different this game than what it was last game.
Michael, every year, Danny has, you know, at the end of the season, looked at what happened in the previous playoffs and, you know, made moves to correct, you know, what were perceived to be areas of concern. Obviously, with the additions of Anthony Parker and Jamario, you know, they were looking just at this kind of a game here. Can you talk about, you know, they made 7 threes tonight. You don't have those shots, you don't win. I mean, what have their additions, you know, what did they mean tonight specifically, but in the bigger picture all year? How have they changed the team?
Well, I mean, you know, their length is something that was brought to the table when we signed them. Also, they're veteran players that have played in some big games that have been around for a little bit. So they have a great feel not only for what they can do, but what other players in the league do well. So, I mean, not just those guys knocking down threes tonight is why we won the game. Our team did some very good things. Number 23 did some very good things. But they, you know, AP and Jamario filled their role. And, you know, they had, especially Jamario, had some big rebounds for us down the stretch. He had one huge block down the stretch. So these guys with their length, their intelligence, their understanding, their feel, and ability bring a lot to the table besides stretching that defense, and you saw a lot of that tonight.
Mike, to your right, your big man rotation seemed a little bit off tonight. I know they went small late. You didn't bring Shaq back in the fourth, and then Andy got kicked a little bit. Did that put you at a disadvantage a little bit? It seemed like they had the advantage there at the bigs.
No, I mean, I liked, again, you know, Brian, I think we can go small, we can play big, we're a versatile team. And, you know, when they went small, I was okay playing LeBron at the 4 and playing Andy at the 5 or Z at the 5. I mean, when we went small like that against them, that's when we got the lead and stretched it. So whether we play big or we play small, I'm okay with it. We feel like we're deep in that position, so if one of our bigs like Shaq gets in foul trouble or another one gets banged up like Andy did, we got guys we can go to.
Coach, you drastically reduced the turnovers from the first half to the second half. Do you feel that the turnovers in the first half were tightness or was it lack of detail? What do you feel was the reason for the multitude of turnovers in the first half, and then what did you do to correct it? So I think you only had 2 or 3 the entire second half.
No, you know, I didn't do anything to correct it. Players just took care of the basketball. I thought in the first half we were a little sloppy with our passes. We get, you know, we go up by 6, we go up by 10, and we try to, you know, close the game right then and there. And so we take some chances on some of our passes, and they actually had. Maybe not. We actually didn't have as many turnovers as we should have because they deflected a lot of balls, and we were fortunate to get some of those balls back. But we have to make sure we do a better job against this team, and this team's not going to quit. In Chicago, they play hard. They play hard for the entire game. So we got to keep being aggressive, like we were in the second half. But we have to make sure that we're taking care of that ball when we do. And we're capable of doing it, as you can see, and that was a part of the reason why we won the game, because again, Chicago had the advantage when it came to possessions.